Is Torbjorn the new Symmetra, or rather the old Symmetra reborn as a small Swedish man? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Unit Lost. I am Stylosa, and Torbjorn on the PTR has had a minor change, it looks like, but it's actually quite powerful. So this is Torbjorn passively generating scrap. You'll notice that I'm in the spawn right now. During the spawn duration, you can throw down 2 armor packs. Just in the spawn. Like, you can see I've just given myself armor, and you'll notice that it'll actually keep counting down, or rather counting up the scrap wheel, so I can keep giving armor out. Now, the question is this going to replace what Symmetra actually does right now on live? Because we know that they are changing Symmetra heavily. Like, Symmetra is going to be completely reworked. So are they putting Torbjorn into the sort of position that Symmetra should have been in this sort of defense class of hero? Because Symmetra's not really support, is she? She gives you a shield, Torbjorn gives you armor, but Torbjorn's a defense hero. Torbjorn's got a turret, Symmetra's got turrets. Symmetra had a teleporter, she probably still will have a teleporter. That was really the only kind of difference, I guess. Torbjorn's very interesting. So Torbjorn's also got some other changes as well. Obviously the scrap is generated automatically, as I've just showed you, and it just generates in the spawn, which is very, very interesting. The amount of scrap that he collects from killed enemies, though, has been decreased by 40%. So what this means is it's kind of offset, right? You generate scrap over time, you get 40% less off drops. I think when all has been worked out, Torbjorn generates more scrap. Torbjorn's more effective because you can start the game now with 2 armor packs on your team. That's really strong. You put, you know, the armor pack on like a Tracer or, you know, a Genji, and they go in and dive. That is substantial. You know, that is really, really substantial. So Torbjorn, he's very interesting. Torbjorn is like, oh my god, this minor change could have literally reinvented Torbjorn. It's ridiculous. His forge hammer has been changed as well. So his swing speed has been increased by 25%, and the damage has been decreased by 27%. Now, you're probably thinking, what the hell is that about? Well, it's to do with his turret, because when Torbjorn drops his turret down on the ground, the level 1 turret, it deploys quicker. Now he can hit it faster with his hammer, so he can upgrade it to a level 2 turret much faster. So it's almost like he can drop the turret, upgrade it, then leave the turret to do its thing. Because when you're playing Torbjorn, you don't want to stand next to your turret. You put your turret somewhere, then you move on. In this clip, you know, it's obviously the PTR, we're on attack, and I'm using it on a payload, which is not ideal, I guess, but you know, it's a payload map, and I'm on attack. Beggars can't be choosers. Also, the team builds are crazy, and I'm absolutely killing the enemy team with Torbjorn, which is just kind of funny, but yeah, PTR things, I guess, ladies and gentlemen. Also, this Reinhardt is totally crazy, but you know, there you go. So, why do I think Torbjorn is replacing Symmetra? Well, for the reasons I've just given. Torbjorn, he has the item he can drop. He can generate an item which gives you increased defensive stats. It's not a 25 shield, it's actually an armor pack, which you could argue is much better than a shield, effectively. Symmetra's shield is not great, and it's okay. You know, it's me saying it's not great is not fair. It's okay as it is right now, but it's going to be changed, so it's kind of pointless talking about it. But I do think these Torbjorn changes are a little sort of window into the future as to what's going to happen to Symmetra. I wouldn't be surprised if Symmetra is completely different, because Torbjorn now fills that slot of the hero with a resource mechanic. Well, I guess Symmetra didn't really have a resource mechanic. This is, you could just apply shields to you, and that was it. But Torbjorn has this mechanic, which is building up resource over time, his scrap, which means he can drop his armor packs pretty much all of the time. You'll notice, like, I've been dropping them down quite a lot. See, one of the problems with Torbjorn before is you had to kill the enemy to get the armor pack. The armor has always been super powerful that Torbjorn drops. It's just been difficult for him to get it, because if Torbjorn's on the front lines and Torbjorn gets killed, it's not too great. I'm not saying Torbjorn shouldn't be on the front lines, because Torbjorn totally can. Torbjorn's actually immensely powerful, especially at close combat. His alternate fire is crazy powerful. Like, it murders D.Va, it takes Tracer out. Torbjorn with a nano boost is surprisingly powerful as well, and also nano boost has been nerfed on this PTR. You no longer get a speed buff from it. But yeah, I think, guys, Torbjorn, he's sort of going to replace Symmetra in a way. I think Torbjorn is much more viable in this state. The fact that he generates scrap in the spawn, I didn't pick up on that fact yesterday. That is huge. That is like really huge, because 2 armor packs to start the game with, that is huge. But that is phenomenally huge. I mean, you have to obviously select Torbjorn as soon as you log into the game, and then, you know, select your hero, so you start generating it. So if you want to play Torbjorn on the PTR now, you want to select him super fast, so you build all of the scrap before the game starts, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. Guys, I think this is really, really interesting. What do you think about this, guys? Let me know in the comments below. Symmetra, we don't know what's going to happen to her, but we know she's going to be heavily changed. Torbjorn, has had minor changes, but I hate to say it, he actually feels quite a bit better now. Alright guys, I'm Instalo, so this is Unit Lost. If you like the video, and then like the video, subscribe to the channel and all that good stuff, and I will catch you on the next one. Toodaloo.